Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am truly zonked, and if it wasn't for that stupid horse, I wouldn't have spent those 2 years in college. Yeah. It's alright, it's a Lewis Black bit. But anyways, welcome back to my channel and my playthrough of Satisfactory, which is, again, not as much of a playthrough because it's really only been one playthrough since they came into early release, and I've been nurturing this world ever since. Rebuilt multiple times though, but still just for save. Anyways, so if you watched the previous episode, we got the first portion of our Nukeville. We got all the non-nuclear production built up here. This is producing all the parts required for the uranium fuel rods and their disposal, and also powers supplies a single manufacturer. I have it running at 100%. And actually, we can go. I plugged this up here because I wanted this to kind of get backed up a little bit. Now I'm going to put on. So we're going to do an any into the container and an overflow out to the sink. And we're just going to let him rip. So he's just running at his stock, performance 100%. Producing 30 batteries per minute, and that's plenty enough that we'll need to power the drones that we're going to use to shuttle uranium ore to Nukeville. So now the thing is, I don't have these parts planned yet. That's what we got to do today. This video. Time wibbly wobbly. All right, let's get to the designers. Okay, so it really shouldn't be too much left to build here. It's a very small plant. Should be just one cluster, I'm thinking, for the uranium fuel rods, and then a second cluster for the disposal. I gotta check the spreadsheet. Alright, so this is just a little chart that I had done up. This is nothing mathematical going on here. This is just a little thought organization on how I broke up the clusters. This doesn't count for the number of machines. It's just the groupings of the products. And so this was the one where we did the quartz crystal, concrete and silica. This one was all our ingots. This one was like our basic metal stuff. And this one was our aluminum production. That's all in place. Circuit boards, limiters, rotors, high-speed connectors, all in place. Batteries in place. So we need factories for the crystal oscillators and electromagnetic control rod, and then in case uranium fuel rod, and that's the power plant. I just kind of counted that part of the group. Okay, so that's done. These and these, and how many machines is that? Crap, I should have left that in the non-radioactive area. That doesn't matter. It'll be fine. Okay, so electromagnetic control rods is 2 assemblers, and crystal oscillators is also 2 assemblers. This is a tiny little thing that's fine to just bundle into the uranium production. And then, so we're going to have manufacturer for the fuel rods and manufacturer for the case cells. Okay. So that's 4 manufacturers for the encased uranium cells and 4 for the fuel rods. Okay. So that's 8 manufacturers and 4 assemblers. The one group of manufacturers is directly providing product to the other. Okay. All right, I got half an idea already. This will be interesting. All right, let's see. All right. Let me do something basic here. I do these and then I never use these. Hold on, you'll see what I mean in a moment. There has to be an easier way to get that to stick into the, I just can't seem to get it to clip into the frames without like doing a little kind of weird clickery do. Alright, I need to do it like a save template of that. Actually, let me change one bit about that before I do that. And that's delete those walls out of there. If I really wanted to go ape, I'd put wiring and pre-build all that kind of stuff into it too. In fact, no, I'm not. I don't need that for this. Alright, so now what I'll do, I'll clear it. I probably don't need to do it quite like this, but this is what I'm going to do. Clearing. So I've got a fresh recipe sheet, so to speak. Pick up my stuff. And now I'll do a place. Let me put him down. I really got to go through and sort these. I guess got too many, and a lot of them I just got to get rid of, and I just haven't found the wherewithal to go through them all yet. There's a lot. It's a lot of shit. It really is. Where do I want this? I'll stick it in the jump starter for the moment. It's not really, I got to make another category for that. We're just going to apply it like that. That's fine. Alright. Let me lock that, and we'll nudge him into place. I think I am starting to finally get used to nudge properly. Make it part of my workflow. Do I need to go out? Yeah, we'll take him all the way to the edge. That's fine. Okay, click that. Alright. Now. Alright. Let me check my sequence again here. Make sure I've got the flow of events going on right here. Alright. So we're taking quartz crystal, yes, quartz crystal rubber AI limiters into crystal oscillators, stators and high-speed connectors into electromagnetic control rods. The crystal oscillators, both of which are going into, actually some of the electromagnetic control rods, so not all of the electromagnetic control rods are going into the cells. So these, alright, in a case uranium cell, so that's 4 manufacturers. Okay, so, alright, starting to form. So 4 manufacturers, we'll probably wind up cleaning up some excess blocks, that's alright. It's the orientation I'm trying to get in my head here. I'm trying to see, because it's going to be kind of like a little swooshy, zigzaggy thing going on here. Okay. Alright, I think I see it. Alright, so we're going to start from this manner here. So this, I'm going to put him right up to the edge. And I'm going to kind of bias him a little toward the forward. He's still mostly centered, but, you know, some of these, they're, even when they're quote-unquote centered, they're physically, it winds up still, you know, shifted more to the front to the back. I'm going to want the extra space on it for the multiple inputs on the back there, so I'm going to bias them forwards. And we want 4 of these. Oh, I need more stuff. What do I need? It's, oh, motors. I should get some modular frames too, I see. Okay, alright, hold on. It's because everything that I was using to blueprint the parts is now actually out in production and physically built. Okay, let's just pick up a pile of these. Fine. Motors. Alright, there'll probably be more stuff we'll have to grab, but it's good, we're right here. Ooh, placement's going to be cheeky. I think it's going to be all right, though. All right. Then these guys, what I'll do, just get the height set. Okay. Make another level for these. Actually, I'm going to have this second level go all the way across. I don't know that I'll need, because I'm going to make a second level for the assemblers also. I just don't know if I need it at the same height. It might be more convenient if it is, though. Let's see, is that too many? Nope, that's fine. All right. Take the walls out. All right. Now we'll put the second batch of manufacturers on this shelf, pointed that way. Again, biased toward the forward. Okay. Now, how's this going to work? They're not going to fit widthwise, are they? Does it just? No, it needs that extra meter away from the manufacturer. And that's all the way out to this end already anyway. Okay, I thought this might happen. I'm not really that concerned about. I could just make this one long pot, but that's not what I want to do. Hold on a second, so we'll do this instead. Take these up. Let's clean this up. Actually, I have another idea now. All right, overspray. Take these up. Okay. So let's get the manufacturers. Pot of 4 here, pointing inward toward the middle of the blueprint, biased forwards. Actually, I probably could have left a bunch of that stuff in place. That's all right. Right. Yes, something like this. I think. Fine. Okay, and these guys are going to point toward the back. And biased forward for the platform. Sorry if I'm overusing the word bias. I actually just realized it describes just what I'm thinking of. Okay, I don't like that. So what we'll do, let's get a couple half platforms in there. I like that much better. Okay. All right, now from here, I'm going to extend this back out a little bit. Make a second portion. All right, now we're going to take 4 more manufacturers going in this direction. Actually, no, these guys are not pointing the right way. I had it a little reversed in my mind who they were sending their parts to. Okay. So that's going to be our basic layout. Let's save this like this. Okay. Now, little paint work to help me with mental organization. These guys are going to be making the fuel rods themselves. I'm going to paint these a bright green. Let's see. Okay. And actually, I'm going to keep these guys the same color too. These are the ones making the encased uranium cells, and I just don't really need to split that kind of hair right now. So crystal oscillators won't make purple for crystals. Which one's got to come first? They're both receiving different ingredients, right? Yes, they're independent. Neither are feeding the other. Okay. So 2 for crystal oscillators and pick a random color for EM control rods. Sure, that'll be fine. Okay. Sorry, I'm feeling poppy today. I don't know why.
I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy.
All right. So we have these 3 pods here, right? We have these 4 manufacturers, these 2, and these 2 pairs of assemblers, and each one is getting its own set of ingredients. That's a bunch of belts coming in. All right. So, all right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up so that this row is going to, their ingredients are going to come up from around here and feed straight along here. And then these guys are going to bring in the ingredients from this side to bring up here. And that should minimize some of the beltage, but they're still going to be like, because this is like 2 ingredients and then 2 more ingredients. That's like 4 belts coming up here for a short thing there. It'll be fine though. It'll work out. It's going to look a little funny though. Well, maybe funny to you. All right, let's see. It is 4 full ingredients, right? Let's get the recipe. Let's go ahead and I gotta get the clock speed. All right, encased uranium cells, 83 1/3, which is very interesting the way this turns out, because that is also the exact number of uranium ore per minute that it takes to fuel this setup. And again, this mini nuclear setup is basically built around the fact that there's a very dead even ratio for, if you build 10 nuclear reactors, the waste that they produce and the machines that it takes to dispose of the waste. It's like, I'd say uncanny, but it's also man build. So, all right, we're just copying that in a memory, 83 1/3. Oh God, that made it so much easier. I learned to copy and paste from Excel to the game. That's, anyways, all right. All right, set the recipe for encased uranium cells. Where's the infused? Wait, which recipe did I have again? The infused. Okay, no, I'm on track. I turn myself around. All right. Paste is good. All right. Selected that. Copy that. And paste is good. Ralph, are you eating the paste again? No. All right, let's set these while we're at this. Crystal oscillators, 53 1/3. Fascinating. I don't have the recipe. Frack. I need it. My whole plans are built on these recipes. Oh, I knew they had added new ones, but yeah, I didn't recognize as I was going through all the recipes, because when I regrouped myself and started forming new spreadsheets, the first thing I started with was, because I knew that a lot of the recipes had been rebalanced and others had been added. So I went and redid my recipe card sheet, and I went through it card by card. I just read through the wiki, right? And created all the cards I was going to need to for this kind of planning. And I realized consciously, yes, I knew there were going to be recipes that I didn't have and I would have to get, but I wasn't really recognizing or paying attention to which ones I was using as I was forming the spreadsheets. So now I built in spreadsheets that are completely dependent. And the thing is, it's like I decided hard on these recipe paths for their efficiencies, and they're required. I need a recipe. All right, let's see what I have. Let's do this other one here. Quickly, hold on. All right, we will circle back to that. And I know circle back has become one of those cringy corporate buzzwords. That's an interesting number, 60.41666. I'm not a mathematician or a number file, but I'm fascinated by the patterns in numbers. I used to be more fascinated to the point of numerology, but I abandoned that a long time ago. And its brethren. So, all right, let's set that. I believe I have this one. Let's go electromagnetic connection rod. Right, correct. Okay. Paste that speed in. Paste that. All right. Save that. All right. We have a little adventure now. We need this. This is unlocking our path forward into the future here. So what I need are hard drives. I used the last two that I had. They're actually still sitting in memory. Actually, let's double check. Let's make sure that we're not sitting on it already, possibly. Hard drive library. So, no, right. So, insulated crystal oscillators. Well, it's nothing we can do to look for it. We just have to go get some hard drives and then, pull the slot machine lever, right? All right, hold on. Let's check our battery locations. All right, so here we are loaded up in the Satisfactory calculator map. And you can see, so up here, we have our turbo gusher and the red grid, and that's all running in place. And now we have the foundation of our Nukeville built up into place. We have our bus of goods, which is resources, starting to take form here. And the roots, the tendrils of this parasite are continuing to reach out further and further and set deeper root as it drains life forces from the planet. Galactus would be impressed. No. No, Galactus would absolutely not be impressed. He's like, amateur. Let me show you how you eat a planet. Anyways, all right. So we're here. This is the designers. The designers don't show in the plans here. This is our storage area here. And that's the nitrogen gas, sending gas all the way down that way. So now, a lot of these are used. They've added new ones, thankfully, into the game because I really was hoping that they weren't going to give me new opportunities. So there's a lot of new ones down here, down toward the, what's that, mushroom forest or something down there? I don't know if I want to go over there because there's also a bunch of new ones in this area. And believe me, when I say they're new, I used them all. I think there were like 4 left before they added new locations, because I remember them specifically because they took the quantum position oscillator thingy and the other thing. You could only get those things at the time through the Fixmas advent calendar. So I still have them actually. May have spent them on some for some MAM upgrades now, but that's the thing, is I had so few, I didn't want to use them on the batteries. And also at that time, there weren't any more recipes for me to unlock. Now there are. So anyways, okay. What I want to do, I think I'm going to start using these guys, but I don't want to sink a whole lot of time into this. I want to take our chance that we only need 2 or 3 to turn out the recipe we need. It's not a high level part, so there shouldn't be like, yeah, and we have so many others. Anyways, all right. This guy is going. He wants what? No requirements. Okay, fine, freebie. Encased industrial beams. And no requirements. That's easy. Any more like that? 10 computers? Maybe we will sweep through these. No requirements? What? A drop pod was not yet spawned in game? Interesting. Does it come at a later time? Alright, he wants quick wire. No requirements. He wants a little tiny bit of power. And another one not in game yet. Interesting. I think this is what we're doing now. Alright. And yes, we're flying. I'm not going to fuck around trying to do vehicles to make myself do it the hard way. Nope. Let's get over there. Alright. Let's check the actual in-game map, see where we are. Alright, so we're here. Let's check the Satisfactory, or the calculator map. Alright, so we're like here. Alright, we're going to go up this coast. Let's go grab this guy. It's actually, yes, hard drive, thank you. Do I want to start picking up the summer sloops and things? And I know, well, watch out, not sit on the bad boy's head. Hold on a second, let me sort myself. I am going to start needing these. Yeah, I am just going to have to start. There are certain placements of these things where I think they're just really cool, and I kind of like want to leave them the way they are. And you'll see what I mean. But if they're like, it doesn't seem like it's a quote unquote special placement or, you know, fancy placement. I'm not going to worry that much about it. All right. And I'm not going to worry too much about doing this all completely the hard way either. Let's home and ammo. Load up.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
We are pounding this guy here.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
Okay. Right now I just haven't got time to fuck around. So, see, this is kind of what I meant. Oh, there's another one? Oh, bees, 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 bees. Where are they? Where the fuck are... This guy's gonna be a nuisance until we deal with them. Where the fuck are they coming from? Oh, it's up there. You dirty trickster. That's funny. And the thing stuck to the ceiling. And we had a buddy down here. Where'd he go? There he is. We good? Any more objections? All right. So, like I was saying, this is kind of what I mean by a little bit of a fancy placement, but I mean, this one is cool, but it's small, and it's like not like something that stands out and you can see easily, so we're just going to take it as is. I noticed it didn't have anything to say. Oh, and that was neat, too. Alright. Back to business. And I can see our hard drive. Okay, let's take care of friends. See, no trees to lose. Oh, no, no. Oh my god. I should have just shot him. Alright, let me pick all this stuff up here. The funny thing is, too, I only just learned you can dismantle these. I never realized. Oh, you don't get anything for them, though. I guess that's if you just don't want them in the area. If you want to, I don't think I got anything for them. Alright, let's get this freebie. Nice.
Fix-It employee contract reminder. No pioneer should speculate regarding why there are crashed freighters on this planet.
Okay, let's continue this and keep this rolling here. So, trailing this coast along the north, we should run into our other... Let's get our tracker out. There's another Mercer sphere. Well, not another, but a Mercer sphere. That farts. Ah. Alright. Neat placement, not a fancy placement. Okay. There's our hard drive over here. We have another friend. Alright. Let's grab what's easily pick upable. I'm not going crazy. Alright, we'll grab our hard drive. We've got the product for it. Alright. I'm not going to beat myself crazy getting every last little scrap of stuff that's hanging out there. It's not like we're dying for any of this. Okay. And one more following along the coast here. Oh, there we are. Okay, let's step out. That's a very interesting effect. This mixture of the green and black gas is kind of like... Can't figure out which is supposed to be smoked on top. Smoking on top, man. And is this a new effect? This little kind of like gas pour effect here. This slow waterfall. Never noticed that before. There could be a 420 effect. There's another green haze going on, possibly. Anyways, hello, friend. We're leaving you in place. Alright. So, now, we're gonna head south. Let's just, look this way. Without tipping back into the map just yet. in range of none of those others. Wait. See up here? No, is it beyond? Here it is. Alright. Alright, I'm looking at the map now. Where am I in the real map? Okay. I'm right in here. This little kind of prominence. Alright, so we're here. This one. So there's one this way. And there's a bunch over here. And this one says this drop pod was not yet spawned in game. I don't understand what it means. Okay, so we just found this one. Alright, so it's just an old message. Let's get this one. Well, actually, alright, we're going to go this way. Scoop these up. I don't see, one leads to another, Yeah, it's alright. We'll scoop these up. Alright. And then on the way back we'll grab that guy. Or at least something like that. We should be alright, hold on. Alright, so that's that one. Alright. This one next. Oh, I didn't realize he throws it away now. Alright, because I really don't want to... I do want to see what this guy... I have not met one of these guys yet. I do want to get a good look at him, but I don't want to fuck around. Hi, Fran. How are you? Oh, honey, I love this local fauna. They're so adorable. Do you think it'll let me pet it? So, it took a little good bite out of me. Oh, and he's radioactive. Yep, alright. Oh, is he resistant? Sure he wasn't. He was not. That is good. It's as it should be. Oh, look at you. Aren't you just a face a mother could love? Why does he make me think of the Ice Wizard from Adventure Time? Alright. Continuing. Repairs. Broken battery needs 70 megawatt. Okay. I think. Okay. I think. That was a borderline Christopher Walken in there somewhere. Do a little biomass burner. It's 70 and these make 20 or 30. 30. I can overclock it for a minute. That's fine. Perfect. I'm gonna do it for a fucking minute.
Damaged hard drive recovered. Return it to the MAM for data recovery.
Really? That's all you got to say? It's rather... Continuing. Map. So that was this one. Okay, so we're going to go northeast. into a desert plateau. Or this is the desert plateau. Oh, did we skip one? Or am I miscounting? I could totally be miscounting now. Actually, here's what we do. Save it. Let's reload the map now. Okay. Alright, I'm on track. So, there's supposed to be another, like, right here. Oh, let me guess, it's down and inside something. Oh, yeah, how much you want to bet? Could you get underneath? How does a ship crash into underneath a rock formation? Okay. So that's him. Alright. Now kind of like an east-southeast. Here. Oh, is that one I've cleared? Hold on. Alright, so I'm here. Oh. Really? Seriously? Holy shit. That's a hell of a shot. Okay, I'm here. Is he still gonna hit me? He might. Fuck. Okay. So these three little lakes are just south of this, little south points. Okay, so I'm here. So... But it's not showing on my detector? I'm at the right spot. The map says that's a fresh spawn, an harvested hard drive. The detector is not detecting it. I mean, if this pre-existed, which I could probably check on a map, I probably would have cleared it, which might explain why the hard drive detector doesn't detect it. Well, there's only one thing to do. Let's clear these guys out. I don't want to use up all my obelisks. I don't want to make everything. Well, you know something. There's like two big guys. Shit, no. Damn it. It's not that I'm worried about running out. I just don't need to be caught in the freaking back blow. Alright. Like I just nearly did to myself. Of course, I only got one of them. Oh, he said, oh, our song go boom. Where'd you go? Oh, hey, I want to play too. I want to play. What's he, like, throwing rocks at me? Shit. It's nice to know at least they'll go down in one shot of that. Okay. So, this is claimed. Interesting. Alright, so what happens if I save here now like this? See, and there's even other guts. Well, this guy I killed before, right? Sometimes there's like leftover stuff from when I visited in the past and I just didn't pick up everything. Hold on. See, like this. Let's reload the new save into this map. Alright. So now it's not counting it as... Now it is counting it as harvested. So I wonder how many of these others are actually really respawns now then. We're only going to know when we get there. I'm sure a lot of them are, but there's probably a number of them that are pre-harvested. Alright, let's go get this guy. I'm not going all the way out there, right? It is... Nope, that's another day. One more. One, and then we're done. Alright, so... East, southeast. Oh, I died? Somebody got me. Oh, I didn't realize there's another guy. Oh, he fucked me up. Ah. Yes, and... Ooh, he's got these neat little plasma balls things. To avenge the alternate universe me that you killed, and I am not him. Because every game reload is an alternate reality spawned. In the multiverse. Right. Alright, I don't care about any of that crap there. East, southeast. Here we are. Alright, let's blow this fucker away. Alright, repairs needed. What does it want? Alclad? What do you mean? Do I not have Alclad? That's not possible. I'm out of fucking Alclad sheets. Are you fucking kidding me? How is that possible? No. Well, ingots. I'm going to have to get the interdimensional depot set up. But I'm going to want to make sure I got that planned out thoroughly. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, you know something? Okay. He's in reserve for another day. That's fine. I can live with that. All right, let's get going back towards the base. We'll pick up the one that we hit on the way. Hello, Mr. Purple Dude. You're safe for now. And you too, another nice. This is a neat little structure here. I mean, it's not like I've never seen the geysers, but just the way they have this one placed out. I like the little, you know, formation. No bees. I don't need the bees. Oh, shit, where was that one? Did I fly past it already? Oh, no, this guy. Right. Okay. It's like west-northwest. That's not it, is it? No, this is the first one we got, right? Here we are. Alright, grab and run. Alright, going. Alright. Get back to the base. Alright, so how many did we get then? We got 8, which is excellent. Because I shouldn't need that many more new recipes. You know, it can't, like, give me recipes that I already have. The old way didn't do that. Who knows? Alright, let's, still at 10 minutes each. Yeah. Let's just hope we get it quickly. So, hard drive. Alright, scanning a drive. 10 minutes. Alright. We can do other things on the blueprint during this 10 minutes. Let's save while that's going. Alright. So. Alright, let's start this way. Temporary floor. Oops. I'm not zooped. coming from this end. So hold on, let me see something. Ooh. That might work. Alright, this is an experiment. It's either going to be helpful or ordinary. Smart splittering. So I'm placing one, and he's going to be in the center lane of this tile here. Getting him aligned with this port. Now this one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm just using, I'm going to use one guy as a spacer. I'm going to delete that in a moment. And we'll do then delete the extras. Okay. Shit. I need to move this in. I need to start staying conscious of when I'm working at the edges of my clusters here that these belts start, you know, needing pipes and things that interfere with the wires. If I move it too far in, though, it'll be too high and we might have some belt problems. We'll find out in a moment. All right, we'll move it 1 meter in. So instead of the center lane of this tile, okay, 2 meters in. Ooh, that might be too tight. Well, that's why I biased it forward to hopefully accommodate for these little things. We'll see. We'll find out. All right, and the main test here is if I put belts here, that one I always expect. This is the guy I'm worried about. All right, he's good. These two, because of this height, they will need lifts. And we are good. And I'm out of Alclad sheets. How did I wind up dead out? I mean, like, evenly. It's mostly in belting. And there would have been some belt that, you know, I was busy building it. Somehow, I just used up the exact last one that I had and never noticed. I must have done something different. I'm sure I goofed up something. All right. I don't even want a Mark V lift on that one anyways, but it's good to have them back in stock. All right, so if I bring him here, his default height should line up perfectly with this one. Put a little belt in that. I don't even need to. He's okay, so that's good. I need to remember this. So using this lane, I think of tiles in lanes, you know, there's a center lane, there's a left lane, and a right lane. And if I'm using this lane close to this edge, that snaps in perfectly with a lift coming right out of a forward biased manufacturer. You'd think it was intentional. So that probably means the same for you. Of course it would, right? Not even an option to put a belt in, it's on. Awesome. Okay, so that lane is good. Let's continue this down. I need to repeat that pattern a couple more times. Actually, all right. And for here, just need plain splitters in that pattern. All right. Now, the reason I chose to do it in this direction, this orientation like this, is so that I can pop up from underneath a lift that brings up resources into this guy, starts getting him where he needs to go. And then working backwards, a lift that goes up here, and then a lift that goes up here, because each one needs to go out, upwards and above the one preceding it. If I'm not sure I'm describing that right, maybe you get it. All right, let's get these belted together. Fast belt style, fast belt, slow belt. Oh, these are all pointed the wrong direction, of course. As are these. Damn it. Alright. Things I'm prone to do. I gotta make sure I'm watching, because I noticed the dotted lines. They're indicating correct flow pattern, and which is also a new feature, and it's not quite reflex for me to, you know, just catch that. I mean, I see it, and I get it, but my brain's like, yeah. Alright, now you're oriented. Alright. Okay. Now fast belt, slow belt. There is one item here that will need a Mark II belt for its slow belt. That's the quick wire. I got to make sure that I'm planned for that. And in fact, I will kind of pre-designate that for the bottom belt. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear this out. We don't need these anymore. Alright, let's start punching some holes in the floor. So in this lane, it has to be about a meter out from the opening. This will be a Mark V fast belt. And that should plug in directly right. Nice. Alright. Let's get that painted for quick wire. No, that's not what I want. Ma'am, complete. Yes, ma'am. Alright. Where am I? I'm too excited. I don't know. Alright. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Fused quartz crystal. Quartz purification. This one used what? Coal. I'd looked at this, I believe, and I think it depends on the circumstance. You know, not a recipe I'm worried about. I'm glad that they let you kind of like put these on hold, and you can decide at a later time. That's a huge freaking gift. All right, so let's study another hard drive because we're looking for a specific recipe right now. Another 10 minutes. Okay. Actually, I needed some of that leftover foundation salt. The way that I do these, I need to be able to place the stackable poles at certain spots in order to maintain a nice parallel level division of belts. So now Mark 1 belt out of you to here, and then from here to with a default curve, or not curve, but all right, and then Mark 1 from you to here. But then we have a Mark 1 lift. Mark 1 lift. And then you pop in there. And then a Mark 1 from you here. And a Mark 1 lift. And then you bend in. Okay. Let's get the rest of these guys done up here. That's interesting. I thought I noticed that the first time, and it defaulted to the one that's immediately connectable. That's snazzy. Okay. I'm not worried about painting all these others just yet because that gives me flexibility later on to facilitate, you know, how I bring things in. All right, let's get the holes punched. Okay, still have not fixed the lift orientation thing yet. It's a shame. Okay, saving that. Now, I should get the outer framework of wiring done. Just for the sake of getting that out of the way. I'm not worried about this second. That's all right. All right, so that's those. Let's clear out these extra parts now. Okay. So now we're basically doing a very similar 4-belt input setup, but just divided differently. I'm debating a certain arrangement. I don't know if it's more advantageous or not. I think it is. Okay. Alright, so plane splitters. And we'll use the center lane this time. We're not so close to the edge to bump into power lines. Okay. So one here. And then one there like that. And then a 3 height. And then a 4 height. Clear the extras. There's not so many that we need to worry about smart splitters for this, fast belt, slow belt for this, because it's only in pairs. Plane splitters are just what we need. All right, lifts here. And wait, nothing's faster than 60 here? Oh, we haven't assigned that one, right? Okay, all right, we're going to assume that for the time being. Let's go ahead and get this connected. That's smart. Okay, these guys don't need lifts. Okay, we need a couple poles here. I don't think I need all 4 of those, but I'm putting them in for safety. Okay. Alright, now, so I'm going to put one hole here. He's going to come straight to deliver to that one, and we'll branch these guys this way. Now, I'm still, this may be a little irrational of me, but there's like a strange hope. I'm doing the belting in the order that I would need to do in order to be able to rotate the lift belts. The idea being, even though it's not working, maybe the value is still being set in the save, and if they ever do fix it, that anyone that I place in the manner where I tried to rotate it might become rotated if the value is already set in place right. It could happen. Stranger things, you know? So that's why I'm doing it this way. Working backwards from here. And again, just to recap that, so I start with the belt, the lift, snap onto the belt, and when you plug it into the hole and scroll wheel before you click, you can choose how you want the belt or the lift to be rotated. I like it to have it everything with the product facing outwards for visibility. Except now, it just goes and defaults it anyway. So maybe it'll work right someday. Yeah, hope is eternal. All right, I need some extra poles going this way now. Okay, you're in that lane. All right, I think those will line up. Nice. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Well, it's not right, but... Ma'am. Alright. Not sleeping for a second on the minute, because I swear to God, if I put it off for a minute and I'm like, oh, let me just finish this little bit. No, I'll forget for the next 10 minutes and waste a cycle. Leached copper ingot, leached iron ingot. Nope. Next. They're all valuable recipes. We'll get to them in time. It's not what I need right now, though. Okay. So now... Alright, and then you to here. Right. Alright, take these extras out. Alright. So that's that portion. Alright. Saving. Wait, didn't I set the daylight? I could have sworn I paused. Okay. Oh, that's because I reloaded. That's right. Okay. All right. Now. So, uranium fuel rod using the uranium fuel unit recipe at 83 1/3. The 83 1/3, I'm starting to think is indicating a different ratio at a different point. But no, I'm not a mathematician. All right, uranium fuel unit, or yep. Okay, paste in our clock speed. Sweet, enter. Okay, copy and paste. Nice. Excellent. All right. So, all right, this might come out looking a little funny, but it's okay. Yeah, okay, I see how this is going. It would be nice if the output perfectly aligned, but they don't. But that's okay. I can totally work with this. So because these guys are creating ingredients, it's a 4-to-4 ratio of these manufacturers here. So the load balancing is the direct output just goes directly to the direct input. No manifolding required. What's the speed of production? 16.6 per second. Mark 1 belts. And the reason why I use Mark 1 belts for these kinds of things is just it doesn't have to go fast, and it's nice to see the stuff moving. That's kind of the opposite direction I want that to go. That's what I want. So we do that for there, so that the rest, we're going to do that 4-belt stack like we did on the back half of that. Okay, so that means smart splitter oriented the right direction. Center lane is fine here. Okay. And plane splitters here. Splane splitters. Oh yeah, no, it's horrible. It's split a spleen. Okay. Fast belting, slow belting. No. Oh, no, of course I did this wrong. They still need to come up higher. Alright, let's get some poles. And bring this home. lifts. Mark 1s. And because I didn't inset them closely, they don't auto snap. That's fine. That's all right. So actually, I'm surprised to let me put that belt there, but for the sake of consistency, we'll use lifts anyways. All right, let's clear out the extra stuff. Good. All right, let's get our holes punched in the floor. So if he's here, it's gonna go bunk this one, right? Yes. Which means you guys are here. And here. Okay. All right. This is a good time to do some wiring. Oh, ma'am. Leached deuterium or iron pipes. All right, continuing that. Okay, and so that's the next one. We'll have 4 more chances after that. All right, let's get my wiring in place. All right. Let's get some of these guys wired up going on here. Wired up going on. All right. I'm going to get a line dropped down between some of these machines here now. So it's going to be like 1 meter in, right in here. 1, 2. And then from here to here. Let's go make sure that's straight. It is not. Why? Oh, right, because my upper levels. I tried centering it based on the lower level, not the center level or the upper. All right. Doop. Oh, just getting down there. Okay, right now. Right there. Now you connect here. Now you go there. Of course, that will want to go into that belt, so I'm going to have him intersect over here into the main primary internal circuit. Clip into that line there, like so. And then bring him over here. And now, let's see. Alright, it's a visual indicator which circuit this point is on and the directions it's moving power to and from, because it's going to onto the next bank here. Let's get these guys. Okay. Alright. So these guys are all connected. Both these levels are connected. Not going to worry about a switch. These are going to be switched in a slightly different manner, but that's for another point. Whew. So that's 2 hours record time so far for that, but that I think actually is complete. We've got our power. MAM research. Basic iron, tempered copper. Oh no, no. Wait, what? Unable to scan hard drive, no rewards currently available? Wait. Hold on, let me double check that recipe. Alright. Insulated crystal. Oh, you know, Annie's manufacturer is not a freaking assembler. Barb. Okay, easy enough. Well, that's good to know. Alright. So, alright. Of course, it's those guys. Oh, and somebody's probably gone, no, dude, it was the wrong machine. You had it right in front of in your own sheet. Crap. Okay, how am I going to change this then? Basically, I'm going to expand on this pattern here then. Alright. Here's what we do. Taking the recipe from this, right? We're going to reassign these two guys to be that recipe. Let's paint those. And these guys are out. Let's clear out this belt. Actually, crap. I have to redo all the belts. Anyways. The lifts are good. The lifts are in the right places, and that's absolutely, I can work with that. That'll make sense in a moment. So, 2 manufacturers, not assemblers. So, let's... Yeah, see, we have to shove him right against the front if we want to keep that one belt in place. No, that's different. Never mind. Same as before. Okay. Your crystal oscillators. I hate it when I do that. 53 1/3. Actually, just 5. F5. Alright. Completing. Alright. This is out. Not the lift. Not for you two. It's okay. So, what we'll do here. Alright. Plane splitter. And then, okay. All right. Now, so these guys are getting 3 ingredients each. Let's get our temp floors placed. Let's take those out. We're done there. All right. Alright, we need another hole. Hmm? Is that not placed right? Oh, do I need to back them out of a lane shit? Alright, that's fine. Alright. It's okay here. Actually, problem, I don't have those shifted forward enough. These are wired too. No, they're not yet. Those are. Oh, that's right. Okay, alright. No, I think I shifted them too far forward. It's okay. I'm not sweating it. Just gonna throw anything off. Actually, you know, I am. I'm not. Not that I'm sweating it. I just want it right. Not aligned. All right. I'm just gonna. As long as it's aligned this way. Right now, I'm just not caring. Did I get it? Finally. Actually, I did. Boy. Now, these guys got to get patched into it too now, don't they? Well, yeah, the uranium. No, these are the. No, right, because I haven't fixed the recipes. Crystal oscillators. Okay, some of these crystal oscillators have to go right into this line here. So actually, one of these holes needs to come up here. And the electromagnetic, of course. Alright, the crystal oscillators are only used by the uranium fuel rod. The electromagnetic fuel rods, control rods, those are used by that and plutonium. So we need to make sure that we... Alright, let's do this way. Shit. Should have done this from the opposite direction. It's alright. Okay, it's going to be a little irregular, and it's okay. Just on this end. Okay. So now what we're going to do... I'm not even sure which of these I'm going to need to come up from the floor. Something is. But hold on. So we're going to take this. Start from here. Alright, so if we do a merger here, this should be alright. And now this. So there's a stack of smart splitters in this orientation. I believe like this. Something like this. You are going to come up here. Patch you in like this. You're snapped onto that. You'll continue this way. And then a slope belt into him. And so forth. So this one here. You'll come up. Now, merger here. Mark 1 belt them in. We will hop this up a level, and I think that'll reach. Nice. Okay. So we have a crystal oscillator belt line established. And our electromagnetic control rods. Actually, it's not the color I want for those, is it? No, I was using this. Which leaves that one to be rotors. All right, we'll give that a steel color or iron metal color. Can't have that. Ah, of course I did. Jesus. Okay, temporary's out. And let's get that lift in place. All right. Saving. Okay. So that's one of our 2 remaining clusters. I didn't finish wiring because I had to replace these. All right, and no. There. Save. We will worry about belting the output for the uranium fuel rods later. It's not the important bit this second. Everything else, though, this part is done. Excellent. Alright, and we'll worry about the underfloor belting later. Okay, I need to take a little break for a bit here. And we'll get to the second part.